Hi guys, and welcome back to my series of celeb beauty on Video Jug. Today I'm going to show you just how to create this amazing Katy Perry inspired makeup look. I'm going to first of all use a concealer on my model's face. I'm going to be using the Pro Longwear Concealer by MAC. Just going to pump that onto a foundation brush. And I'm just going to pop this all over where my model's quite red, so on the cheeks, the chin, and around the nose. And then we're just going to blend that in. I'm also going to add a little bit on the top of the forehead as well. I'm going to use the Healthy Mix Serum Foundation. This is by Bourjois and I love this. It's got some really nice ingredients inside that just give a really nice look to the skin. So we're just going to pop that now all over the concealer areas and the rest of the face, just blending that in nicely. Katy Perry has a really flawless foundation look, so that's what we're trying to achieve here. I'm now going to apply Urban Decay's Primer Potion. This is going to make all the eyeshadows stay on and it's also going to help with creasing. So I'm just going to pop that onto the back of my hand and just use a little brush to apply this with all over the eyelid. And you want to take that right up onto the brow bone as well. Now for this look, we're also going to be putting a lot of eyeshadow on the under part of the eyelid as well. So make sure you apply the Primer Potion on the bottom lash line. This is going to make all the eyeshadow stay on underneath the eye as well. So I'm going to apply this Grifter colour by Urban Decay all over the eyelid. So if you just close me, babe. And you want to really pack this down. It's like a really pretty lavender sparkly colour, which is perfect for this Katy Perry look. And you want to apply this all over the lid, right up into the crease. So for a little bit of extra dimension to the purple on the eyes, I'm going to be using the Ecstacy and AC/DC from the Urban Decay palette. So first of all, I'm going to take the lighter, brighter colour and I'm just going to swirl the little tip of my brush. And then I'm just going to add this to the inner and outer corner parts of the eye. You don't want too much, just to give a little bit of dimension. So you're almost tickling the inner and outer corner. And then I'm just going to take the darker purple and again run that on the inner and outer part. And then just blend that out. So on the under part of the eye, I'm going to be running along this little pencil called Jungle Green. It's by Rimmel. So you just want to run that all along the lash line. And this is just going to help the shadow stick on after as well. So this is perfect for the Katy Perry look. She loves putting a different colour on the under part of her eye as well, and it really helps to open the eyes up. So over the top of that, I'm going to be using Shattered, also by Urban Decay. And then we're just going to literally pack that on over the top of that green colour. And you can sort of blend and smudge as you go, but it's a beautiful two-tone greeny blue colour. So we're just literally patting and packing that on over the top of that eyeliner. So over the top of that, I'm then adding this MAC Mineralize eyeshadow in Shatter Mint. And this is really sparkly and just perfect for this look. So we're then just packing that on over the top of that colour. Now this doesn't have great pigment payoff, it's more of a minty green sparkle, that's why we're layering all these colours up. So now I'm just going to blend that out slightly, just using a little tiny smudgy pencil brush. So you just really want to just soften it slightly on that line. So you're really just tickling that bottom edge. So I'm now going to line the top part of the eye. I'm using a tiny little brush, like an eyeliner brush. And this is Makeup Atelier eyeliner gel. So you just want to get this as close to the lash line as possible, and a fairly thick line. Katy Perry loves to wear quite a thick eyeliner. We can always perfect it after if you've got a little bit of a wobbly line, because we are going to be adding lashes on top anyway. So now we're going to add lashes and mascara. I'm using the L'Oreal Telescopic mascara. Love this one. Just loading up a little mascara wand. So we're just going to apply lots of lashings of mascara. We're putting on really heavy false lashes, so I don't really need to curl them. You just want to wiggle that little mascara wand right up into the root of the lashes and just keep coating them until you load quite a few layers on. Now we're going to apply that to the bottom lashes. I'm just using a really tiny little mascara wand for this. These are great for getting them little short tiny ones. Okay, so I'm now going to apply false eyelashes. For this look I've chosen some really thick fluttery lashes. These are by Salon System, and I'm going to add some duo glue just to the edge of the lashes. Now Katy Perry's actually got her own lashes out, so you could even use them if you wanted. They're actually really cute and they're coloured as well. So I'm just going to let that glue go tacky. That's my top tip for applying lashes. Let the glue go tacky first. So with quite a false thick lashes, and when they're quite heavy, you just want to make sure that the inner and outer part are really stuck down, because sometimes they can ping up. So I'm just making sure that all the little edges are stuck down nicely. Okay, so I'm now going to clean up under the eye area with a makeup remover wipe. You can use any makeup remover wipe you wear. So this is just going to take away any fallout, especially because the top colour we use slight glitters in the eyeshadow. So I'm now just going to be using the Ben Nye Contour palette just for the concealer, because I'm just going to custom blend a colour together just to get the right tone. And this is a great to use for concealer because it's very, very full coverage. This is going to get rid of all that redness that we've got under the eye area. And we're just going to literally blend this out, so all under that eye area. Now I'm going to set all the foundation and concealer using the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. And I'm just taking this on a fluffy brush and just patting this in. Going to make it stay on all day. And it's also going to eliminate any excess shine. On the cheeks, I'm going to add a really pretty pink flush. I'm going to be using the Too Faced blusher. It's like the little heartthrob one. And I'm just swirling my brush round and then just applying this. If you smile for me, babes. Nice big cheesy grin, babe. Just going to apply this to the apples and then sweep that up. And it just gives a really pretty flush to the cheek. For the brows, I'm going to run through MAC's Lingering Brow Crayon. So Katy Perry has quite thick, dense brows, but our model hasn't. So I'm going to try and mimic a lot thicker brow. And I'm going to also shape the same as Katy Perry's shape in there as well. So I'm just literally flicking the crayon through the brow to mimic a hairline stroke. So through the brow now I'm going to add some powder, and I'm going to use the HD Brow Palette. This is in Vamp, which is the darkest shade palette, and I'm just going to use a tiny little brush to now really densify these brows. So we've done the little hairline strokes to make them look quite natural. Now we're just going to fill in to give them a denser look and more Katy Perry style. Just round the inner part of that and then just lightly brush the powder through. So I'm now going to line the lips. I'm using the Rimmel. This is in Pink Impact and it's actually an eyeliner. But this is just the perfect pink liner for the lip. So it doesn't matter if you've got lip liner that you can use on the eyes or eyeliner you can use on the lips. So I'm just slightly going over the model's lip line just to make the lips a little bit more plumper and fuller. And this is actually a long wearing eyeliner, so it's going to stay on. So I'm using this lip palette. It's amazing because it has most shades that I need, and it's just this sort of shimmery fuchsia pinky with a slight tinge of purple to it. And I'm just going to run that over again onto the lip. I actually got this palette from Pam Cosmetics, but you can use any pink, purple, fuchsia-y colour. You don't have to use the same products as long as it's the same colours. I'm going to use a different pink to the same palette, which is more of a bubblegum pink now, and I'm going to apply this on the inner part of the lip. So this is going to make the lips appear a lot fuller. Remember, keep everything you want to make bigger, lighter, and everything you want to make smaller, darker. So I'm now adding some gloss to the lips. This is by Rimmel, it's called Stay Gloss, and it's like a pink shimmery gloss. As we all know, Katy Perry loves a bit of sparkle, so why not pop a little bit on the lips? And again, a little bit of gloss on the inner part of the lip helps to make the lips look fuller. So to really define these cheekbones, I'm adding a little bit of the Smashbox. This is in Suntan Matte. I love this bronzer because Katy does have a little bit of a bronze cheekbone. So I've just started to apply this here very lightly in sort of a little upward motion, and then we'll just do the same on the other side as well, just under that blusher. If you don't know where your cheekbone bit is, you just need to suck your cheeks in and smile, and that will find the little line for you. Okay guys, so that's the completed makeup look for Katy Perry. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you want to know what the celebs are all using on their face, these magical creams like snail slime and bee venom, so give this video a big thumbs up and I'll let you know what they are. So if you love and enjoy my videos, please subscribe to this channel, honeys, and I'll see you next week for more celeb beauty. Bye!